What a cold, miserable, wet day outside. I mean, seriously, the garden's underwater in places. And it's seemingly underfoot. The poor willow tree. Poor thing. But anyways, that just makes it the perfect day for running some trains. Yes, hello and welcome back to Beaglington-On-Sea, and welcome to our sort of festive, I don't know if it's going to be the full advent, but lots of videos. We're starting to decorate for Christmas, so I've got, well, there's not so much over here yet, there will be decorations over here, but I've got a few things over there on the window, got a Christmas town set up where Mickwick will eventually be. Alex at the desk, you see his desk is already kind of decorated, and there's a reef over there as well. So I've got lots of things around, sort of decoration-wise, and I've got a big bag of things here to be sorting out. So, who knows? Will it be alright for Christmas here in Beaglington-On-Sea? I don't know. We'll see how decorating goes. But, hello, and welcome back to Beaglington-On-Sea. Yes, welcome back to Beaglington-On-Sea. You can probably hear one of the decorations over there. It's a snow globe thing, fires little bee things, polystyrene balls out of the North Pole. Anyways, so yes, welcome back to Beaglington-On-Sea. I can't welcome you enough. It's horrible outside. It's fairly horrible inside, to be honest, but I've had the heater on, so it's a bit warmer in here today. I haven't got the snood on. Alex at the desk is here. Smokeless is going to pop down later on. He's hanging out up in the other room because it's a bit warmer. Although he has left, because I have had him down here when we've been running trains lately. Lots of hair everywhere, so I do apologise for that. I haven't had time to hoover it up. I'll try and do that before we get to having the snow and stuff put down, if we get it down. Which will probably get stuck to his claws, but we won't be doing that this episode, at least because it's only like the start of December. So I've got some trains to run, and as Alex at the desk said, the Collett coaches are running today, and they have Albert Hall to pull them, which kind of matches up with the 1978 coach, and then I have the rest of them there. Should get some nice shots of them going over the viaduct, and hopefully you'll get to see the people in them. They'll be going up the hill there. And then I have Lima Prairie, who, as we get the number, is 4589 on a mix of Great Western goods. So then we have, coming up the branch from Mickwick, now that the track work is secured, and I've been told that it is safe to run trains over that bridge now. So yeah, I've got the 56XX is going to come back up. Might try and get the E1 to run around its train. Don't think the E1's going to be a regular visitor on the branch, however, because it seems to derail quite a lot. Didn't notice that quite so much when I reviewed it, but it tends to be quite frequent over in this corner and that corner. So probably more of a mainline loco. I've got terriers that can go that way anyways. So I should probably stop waffling and run some trains. So we have our Hall, which is on this controller, and hopefully all of the electrics are going to work today for once. Although the Spokesperson's knocked over some stuff over here and I haven't put it back. Some boarding and doing that off. We'll come back to you. I want to get the leading thing running now. Right. The should be able to hear that that is working. I'd say the alcohol is just a bit cold. Right, that's that. Right, I'll get some footage of those trains running. trouble, I suppose, now the 56XX and that, they're going to stop. The train's there. We've actually lost the coach. We just have to go back for a coach. It sounds like something's just derailed behind me. Alright, there's how Paul has arrived at the station. It's that slinchy air is wagging in. But, you know, it's still there. Managed to complete a relatively trouble-free run of trains, except for the fact that the Lima Prairie seems to be jamming, so that's going to have to be looked at in future. But the pannier tank came along and took over the train and was quite capable of doing that anyways. So 6671 came back at last with the milk and the passengers who've been stuck in Mickwick for what seems like forever. And later on, the E1 will hopefully run around its train and return to Beaglington as well. So I'm going to change over some of this, and I'm going to hand over to our man, the one, the only, Alex, at the desk. Take it away, Alex. Yes, thank you, Alex. And if you'll permit me one moment. It's a bit noisy for doing the desk section, you know. Yes, so anyways, welcome back to the desk with me, Alex, at the desk. And, as you can probably tell, I've got a red box. You know what that means? It's a Hornby. Anyways, I've got some bits on my desk here that I'm going to show you, and they're actually from last year, and I've not really had a chance to use them for one reason or another. It was a very busy year, and I'm looking forward to kind of owning them up and using them. And yeah, so I'm going to take the camera, I'm going to show you what I've got. Yeah, let's go. So here we have the red box on my desk, and if we turn it round, you can see that it says, we just focus, it says R6267 BR 12-ton vent van S44431. And this is something that I've wanted for a long time, is these vent vans. I have the Mid-Suffolk Light Rail ones. I always wanted there was a red one in their range for a while that I really wanted as well, but this is the ex-Southern BR grey version, and it says £8 on it, but I think I only paid about 70 pence for it on eBay. So yeah, really happy to have this. Box can go in the bin now, don't need that. It's a nice lightweight van. I just think it looks neat, and you know, it'll form a nice part of my van train. Yeah, it's just a nice van. Fairly plain, fairly simple, fairly lightweight, but I think it's just charming, really. So I've wanted that for a long time. It says 12 tons, S44431, and 617 there. So yeah, that's all there is to say about that. It was cheap. It's got nice metal wheels. Looks really nice. Really happy to have that. Then I've got this, which came with some other tank wagons. It's an old Esso tanker, and it's, well, there's no other way of saying it, really. It's a bit buggered. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this, to be honest. I might kind of steal the chassis off of it, because it's the same chassis that goes with the Thomas the Tank Engine Series 1 open wagons. I have a few bodies where I robbed the chassis off of those, so that might get stolen, and then I might find something to do with this tank, maybe as just like a side sort of like oil tank or something over in Mickwick Harbour yard, you know, fuel for the boats or something like that. So that's something that I'm thinking I might be able to do. So yeah, helpful anyways. And then I have, and I'm very happy about these as well, because I've wanted them for ages, and they're in varying conditions. They are some old Hornby tar wagons, and these ones are sort of, I think, fairly early release ones because of the axles and the state that they're in, because they are filthy. This one's actually broken off a bit. It's come loose. It's not sat into its cradle quite properly. You can see that this bit's come out of here. It's come out on both sides. I'm not sure if it'll go back down properly
unless that is actually tucked in. I don't want to break it though at the same time, because these can be a bit flimsy. Got it. There we go. So it's got a little bit of damage, but generally fairly nice. I'll get my brush at some point and dust them off, because they are a bit dusty. This one's actually slightly damaged. It's lost its thingies here. It stays, but all in all, it's not the end of the world. Where do they connect into? They are supposed to be attached to those tabs there, so they could be re-glued, I suppose. Would be a bit of a faff. Can't really notice it that much. They're the same on both sides anyways. But yeah, bit dusty, bit dirty, but now all I need is a James. So maybe I'll get one next year, who knows. But yeah, a nice pair of tar wagons. I heard a tale once about mentioning some tar wagons. And then this, you can probably see what it is another Soda Scrapco wagon. So I've got a nice rake coming together of those. And I've always loved the colour of these. They just look fantastic. And obviously they did the East Valley Scrapco wagon in one of their train sets. Weird goofy bit of glue there. It's a bit dusty inside, but other than that, it's, you know, pretty good condition. So yeah, really happy with that too. Of course I'm happy with these things. I decided to buy them. Why do I keep saying that? I don't know how I'm going to get this open. Oh, I've got some scissors here. This is really weird. So this is a Great Western brake van. It's a 7-tunnel junction that I got on eBay as well. And it has 3-link couplings. But it's sealed in this bag, very strangely. It is a Bachmann. It is a Bachmann, so the same sort of tooling as Toad from the Thomas range, but it's got couplings here. They're not sprung, the couplings, but they do have nice chains on them. Yeah. You got nice chains on them. It looks like someone's actually repainted this a bit, going by how it looks. They've got the brake handle inside is painted white, and you've got these footboards here that are nicely picked out, sort of brown as well. The handrails are sort of raised up from the surface, look pretty good the way they're picked out. Metal wheels. So now I have a brake van to run with my, with my 3-link rolling stock, because I do have a couple of 3-link pieces, but yeah, I didn't have a brake van to run with them. So now I can sort of start to put together a nice 3-link coupled train, and I really like the way that they look, as complicated as they are to flip and put together. And then if you have a derailment, it gets a bit awkward because you have to try and untangle them to put them back on the rails sometimes. Or maybe that's just me, I don't know. So yeah, that's a really nice piece. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things here. 5 of them are going to find a home on the railway as rolling stock, and 1 of them is going to be a project. But I also have something else. So my mother was very kindly able to send me this, which used to be in her display cabinet probably, which broke. And it is a commemorative Tetley's van, and I'm actually going to take it out the box because the box is a bit knackered, really. Sorry. The box is a bit broken and ruined and folded, so it's not really got any value. The artwork's nice on the back, though. It's about their 25th anniversary. So, I'm not sure what year this is from, but it's a 1950 Morris Z-van in classic Tetley design. Let me check on the bottom here. Don't know if it has any dates or anything. Can't see any. Made in England, anyways. It's very dusty. There you go. It says on the bottom, it says promotional model manufactured by Ledo PLC, England. Enfield EN3 4ND, England. It's a bit hairy as well, hairy and dusty already. But it's a really nice blue, and it's a nice little van that I can pop on the railway. It might look a bit overscale, but I can put it outside the shop or whatever. Just a nice piece, really. So, I'm not sure when these things will feature on the railway. I don't think they'll be on there today. Well, the Tetley van, I'll pop that over by the brewery or something. Maybe they're having a brew up. And I'm sure these are the things will get run with Thomas stuff over the Christmas period. So, I'll hand back to Alex, who's presumably going to run some more trains.
Yes, thank you, Alex. Well, it's time to run some more trains, and I've got something here which I've been working on. Let's take it off the rails and struggle probably to put it back on. It's my GWR railcar, which has not been working for a very long time, and I tried to get the body off to sort it out, and when I did, found that the driving end, which is all cracked now, was actually glued in. Not so much. Which was a bit annoying because it all cracked. It's not that noticeable when it's running, but it cracked a massive hole in the roof, so I've had to sort of rebuild it and repaint it. I repainted the whole roof white, so it's all a nice shade of one singular white now. Or rather, actually, it's not quite all the same, so it's a bit more realistic. And while I was doing that, I fitted people, and I even fitted a driver as well. So, yeah, so I've got that to run, and I've got the 56, or is it 66? So 56, 5667, 5667. What does that ring about? Anyways, that is on the Collett coaches as well. So they'll be running October WH on those lines. And then from the other side, we have the E1, which hopefully we're going to run around its train and run it back up to Beaglington-On-Sea. Yeah, we are. Don't know how it's going to work, but well, yeah, we'll give it a go. So, time to get those trains running, and I have no idea which lines are set up to what now. Okay, the red knob is set up to the flying banana, and the 56XX is set up to the second half of the HM2000. So we'll get some footage of those running, and then I'll work on getting the E1 back to Beaglington-On-Sea.
Your ass right noise, Bush. Mind your feet! Mind your feet! Whoop. Flying smush over a flying banana. See our Christmas wreath. Alright. Right, well, the E1 is back in the station, and hello, Squackers. The Great Western Flying Banana is about to arrive in the station too, and the 56XX has arrived as well. So, everything is back where it's supposed to be. Everything seems to be running fairly well, not had any major electrical incidents. It's been really enjoyable to actually run trains, and that's great, especially at this time of year, because I'm hoping to have some time to actually run trains, not worry about filming. You know, obviously I'm doing lots of videos at the moment. I'm hoping to have all out of the way before the big day, just so I can relax and enjoy trains. And I know a lot of people say, oh, don't put in so much effort and stuff like that. Can't help it, I'm a workaholic. But, you know, it's been a nice time. I've had a nice day getting things working and running and everything like that. Got some new rolling stock to run maybe in the next episode. And Smallpuss here has even joined us. So, and he's not too many trains over today. No, he's been a really good boy actually today. So I guess that's where we'll leave this episode. I mean, we're nearly a week into December already, and what, there's like 19 days until Christmas? So, I mean, hasn't the year gone fast? But anyways, time to end. I'm waving my hands around like a mad fool. Yeah. Anyways, I'll be back with more episodes of stuff coming up between now and the big day, Christmas. And yeah, we'll see you again down here at Beaglington-On-Sea very soon, probably next Friday. So until then, take care, have a good week, and try and keep up the festive spirit and check in on people who might need a bit more festive lift, whatever you call it. I don't know. So yeah, anyways, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget you can like, comment, share and subscribe. And there's also the subscribe bubble and the playlist thing. But for now, we're off. So, until the next time, Merry Christmas and ta-ra.